Alright, welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is July 27, 2022. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. We're back at it again. Lewis is back. He's been away. I missed him. For what, 3 days?
4 days, I think.
4 days.
Dude, I could tell you everything that happened between, going there and coming back, and trust me, the coming back was the hellish part. So,
Always is.
Yeah, so, just like we mentioned, I have come back from GoFest. So far, I'm doing good. I did all the precautionary stuff that I need to do after coming back, so I don't believe I have what we think everybody has, because everybody's been literally kicking the notch since they come back to their states and their places. So for sure that it's been an interesting experience once again. Seattle was an amazing city. But we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news updates and ranting about the game, because we love the game just as much as you do. Don't forget to check us out at the PokemonProfessor.com/Purified Podcasts. Wonderful people to work with every single time. They keep having so many wonderful time with us, with them. I met them. Well, I re-met them again, at least the ones them. And of course, I did meet up with people from the Way Spotters podcast. Lachan and Yamal, wonderful people. Down to earth. They are such an amazing people to work with every single time too. We are in talks to maybe see if we can have them in a podcast and have us in their podcast and things like that. Ken and Adam organize the whole thing. There's just a lot. There's a lot that we can say. Let's go back real quick to the game here. But yeah, don't forget to check us out there too. Check them out. So I know it's been a couple of days since we actually talked. It's been, 10 days since the last stream? We did mention that our schedules are going to be a little bit wonky. We want to make sure that myself was back from GoFest, of course, and then Chris, since he has a new job, we wanted to make sure that he is available to do the podcast. So, that being said, we are here once again. So let's talk about some things. Now, let's recap almost 10 days worth of spawns, catches, and everything else. Now, I haven't heard anything from you. You've probably seen everything from my Twitter. So
I've seen a good chunk of it, but I've tried to only look at the Snorlaxes.
Of course. But before I start my haul, because I know I have a huge haul to talk about, what did you get, Chris?
I didn't get too much, honestly.
Yeah.
After the shiny Meltan I talked about last time we had the podcast, I did get a home shiny. I got a lot of home goodies.
Really?
This past week and a half. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I got a shiny Lotad from home, which is one I really wanted to get. Just an extra one of.
Yeah.
And I got a Hundo Shadow, and I was face palming. It was a Hundo Shadow Rattata.
Oh my god.
I'm so mad.
Dude. Is that your first one?
Oh my gosh. I don't even know.
Also, Casa de Cubon, thank you so much for joining us for today's stream. It was nice seeing you and meeting you at Seattle. Shing Science, thank you very much for the follow. Also, nice seeing you and meeting you at Seattle. First time.
That was my first Hundo Rat out of any of them.
Well,
that's crazy.
The rats, yes, but did you get any Shadow Hundos before?
Oh yeah, I've gotten Shadow Hundos before. They're all pretty lackluster. Yeah,
I know.
Okay, I only have one other one, and it's Doug Trio.
Yeah.
The Kanto one. Well, yeah, the other one isn't yet.
That's not bad.
A Hondo's a Hondo at the end of the day. I was excited to get it, but I was face palming. I did get a Hondo Lillipup at my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. A Hondo Glameow at my house. And
It's like
I actually used the new feature that we're going to talk about
yes,
in a little bit.
yeah.
And I got a shiny Teddy Ursa. The IVs were god awful. 0-2-0. Almost a shiny Nundo.
Say, gotta get ready for that Ursula, you know. So
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's perfect IVs for that.
I know, right?
And then and then today I was able to score a shiny Dialga, weather boosted, thanks to some invites that I got from a guy that invited me to do some remote raids from him.
That's good.
So I'm definitely going to be trade baiting that up so I can get a good IV one.
So
it wasn't that good.
Let me get this straight.
Now I can't wait to hear about your mountain.
So
what's up?
Let me get this straight. I leave and you get all the Hondas.
Yeah, you took all the. You were taking all the Hundo luck.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. No. That is hilarious. That it's probably the best I can ever hear.
Oh man, we can't find Lewis. I guess we'll go over to Chris's house.
Oh man, that is hilarious. That makes sense, but I can hear you getting Hondos for the first time in 10 days. I'm like, what the heck? Oh my god!
Is this the real Pokemon trigger, please?
I know, right? It's like, what's up with that? But yeah, so I mean, that's a great haul for sure. I mean, just getting Hondos and Chinese. We will never say no to those because it is our lives in this game. Well, okay, so do you want me to go over the full experience first, or do you want me to go over the haul first? I guess we should probably talk how things went first before we actually go through.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Okay, so I flew in on Thursday afternoon. Unfortunately, my plane ride was actually, it was an 8-hour flight with a layover, so it wasn't too bad over in when I got there. So I got there around 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And after that, we went to the Airbnb that the whole creation from Lure Up actually put together. We were the first ones there, me and my friend, so we were able to snitch in some of the rooms real quickly. I think we were the first ones, or maybe we might have been the second ones, but everybody literally left the moment we actually got there, so we didn't see anybody until the nighttime. After that, of course, when you go into the city, it's only like a 30-minute drive. Sometimes we took Uber, sometimes we took the train, so it wasn't too bad. And just, oh my goodness, the experience, just the feel that you see every single stop lured up, ready to go. Every gym has people on it. You can actually just go ahead and jump into whatever raid you want to. Bro, it's just amazing. Every time I go to a GoFest, it's always like that. And it's just incredible to know that the entire city is playing for this specific weekend. Of course, Thursday, there wasn't anything to actually go through. I wanted to make sure that we got there on time, so that way we don't have to, rush and everything. Although our game day wasn't until Saturday, that's what we did. So after that, we went back to the Airbnb. After literally walking, we went from the park to the city to the piers. And I can tell you one thing for sure: nobody can prepare you for those damn hills in Seattle. Nobody can.
That's in Florida. No, the biggest mountain we have is like an incline of like 1.
Bro, I was an incline of 50, I think. At one point, I was like, no, just crawling back up or something like that. Yeah, Darkrai's race. We had Darkrai's and Cresselia's starting on, of course, Friday. Nothing was going on Thursday aside from the regular raids. We did have the Algas and other spawns, but when you have the city to explore, you never do anything. We went to a cool bar that actually served breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it was open 24/7. It was nice to eat. So after all that, and being as tired as hell from both the flight and the walking, literally I think I did my full 25 kilometers in that one day. In game at least, I did around 16,000 steps if I remember correctly. Didn't meet any famous people. I'll get to that. Don't worry, I'll get to that. So came back to the Airbnb, and then people started to flood in. We have Jamal from the Way First podcast. Lachan, I think, was unfortunately in another Airbnb or another place. But he actually came in late because, again, he comes from Australia. So he's like hours and hours. And I think his flight got delayed and some of them got canceled, things like that. So it took a while for him to get there. We had mythical Hitch, wonderful person that once you get to know him, he's just like super super cool and everything like that. And just a lot of other people that I'm trying to remember all the names. I think I mostly get them from their in-game names because I have them in the game in-game things. We met the GoCast Chris, but that was later in the week or the weekend. Shadow Prime was also a nice person to meet. He actually, I think he actually was the last one to come in the Airbnb at the time. Shiny Shinx I met through one of the bar hops that we were doing, or pop
I've heard about him
crawls.
before.
Yeah. You heard about Shiny Shinx?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I feel like I've seen the name before.
Yeah, so she's an AR. Yeah, she is an AR photographer based in Canada, and she was actually featured. She was actually featured at in the Go Hub, an article in Go Hub. So she actually, and if you actually see something else, I'll tell you in a moment, of course. Steph, Obi, Signorning, James, Maddie. I literally gotta get like like all their like real names. I know them mostly by the in-game names, but trying to learn like 10, 15, 20 people's names in one night wasn't the greatest when it comes to Scorpio Blue, Jamal already said, everybody. Right? Yes, that is you, Chenny Shinx. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, so again, I met so many people, and then during the nighttime, or at least that first night on Thursday night, when everybody started coming in, we started talking, we were getting to know each other, just knowing who we are, we do, how do we get to the community and things like that, things like that, and when did you start playing? Like 90% of us played day one, things like that. So it was just amazing. And I was just glad. And then after that, I think I was like 2 o'clock in the morning before I passed out. Time, their time, or Seattle time, I guess. So I was tired. So once I woke up, we checked. If I remember correctly, I remember waking up and then getting ready. Some of them had play days on Friday, but we wanted to not lose the daytime for it. So we got up pretty early. I think we took the Airbnb back to the city around 8 o'clock or something. Then me and my friend, we did our own thing for a while, just experienced all the other places, the Needle, the piers again, other places we wanted to visit and things like that. It was amazing. The stadiums, we went to some of the stadiums, and it was just a walk in between again. My feet hurt like hell. And I was not ready for those hills, but anyways, I actually did what I could. Friday ended with us just coming back to the Airbnb after a while, after meeting up for some dinners and things like that with other people. Actually, we went back to the Airbnb, but then we went out afterwards because Trader Tips had a DJ set on Friday night that he was promoting, and everybody literally went there. So
awesome!
It was.
I only saw it from Twitter.
I know. So we went to the bar. We were a little bit late, but luckily he didn't actually start playing until an hour later. But then, of course, you meet a lot of other people. Asad, Mystic 7, and JT Gilly. Actually, so Trainer Tips was in the stadium, whatever, in the podium to do the DJ set, and all the content creators were behind him. So Trainer Club, True Inferno, Mystic 7, JT Gilly, Soy 2 Dots, Alpha Random, or can't remember his name right now. But yeah, so everybody, all the creators, like all the big creators or at least all the ones that we know about for sure, were actually behind them the entire time. So it was actually kind of fun to see them all around. And of course, you see other people too. I actually was able to meet with somebody who I met through the Discord, Reversus Discord back in the day. Finblocks, or David, he actually was there too. We met up. It was actually fun, just fun as it was. So we were there until somewhere around midnight, and then we head out. I think he actually went on until like 3 o'clock in the morning on the DJ set. So he was going ham for sure.
He has so much fun with that.
Oh yeah, he had so much fun.
Much fun.
Yeah. So, and the community was gonna be there no matter what, and it was just hilarious to see everybody there and everything. So again, meeting people out there and things like that. If you say his name, cool, they know that you'd follow them or something like that. I never really had a chance to talk to some of the big creators out there, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? I got my own thing going for. If I get a picture with them, I get the picture with them, of course. So that was Friday. Then we go to Saturday, and this is where I'll talk about my haul. So we got up pretty early. We wanted to make sure that we get there to the park because we had the morning park experience and the city experience afterwards. So we went there. We were trying to get breakfast before the park experience. We got there around 8:30. The experience started at 9. And there was a Starbucks that the day before they opened early, but when we got there, it would open at 9 o'clock exactly. So I was like, God dang it. So we were too far away to actually get anything. So what we did is, and this is the fun thing about the experience. So at every hour, on the dot of the hour, the first 2 minutes of the hour, you had unknown spawns. Every spawn was unknown. Every single one for 2 minutes. Exactly 2 minutes. So it was literally a check and go kind of moment. So we were like, okay, let's not worry about breakfast yet. Let's go to the first hour. And then just go ahead and try to get a shiny by then. I didn't get a shiny at the first hour, but I did get something cool afterwards. So after that, because we were in the dreaming or the cloudy area at the time, went back to the Starbucks, even though the lineup was already huge, of course. We did, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes there to get my stuff. And I had the Gold Plus going, my instance going and everything. So I was just like, clicking things through. I saw Swedish Chief actually made the trip at the time. He was actually getting Starbucks there. And I did a lucky trade with him at the time, so I was like, okay, cool, yes. We finally get the lucky tray. I got a crappy IV Kyogre, but anyways. Yeah, still, I mean, just to see him there, it was amazing. And it was just a lot of people, just a huge amount of people there. So while I was actually getting my coffee and my breakfast, I go plus, and actually let me go to my shinies now. My first ever shiny of the event that day. Let me see. And I know I will never forget it because everybody wanted the shiny at the time. So my very first.
Oh my gosh, I know what it is.
My very first shiny, Go Plus, was the shiny female Gumby. I was like, what? Yes. My very first shiny, that was good. Let's evolve it right now because heck.
Go Plus it?
Yes, I Go Plus it. I was like,
oh my gosh.
And everybody was like, what the heck? Because at the time, we didn't know where they were and nobody was getting anything. Nobody was getting the combis until you actually go to like the electric biome or something. So I was able to get it, and now I wanted to actually share to you guys that I evolved it because I get the shiny there, and it was the female one. Haha.
Dude.
So still waiting. I know, right? Still waiting on the Starbucks. I did also Go Plus another Woobat and a Fungus, actually. I was happy about that, too. Go Plus, again. That was the first 30 minutes of that. Then I met up with Swedish Chief. I got the Kyogre. And then for a little bit.
Took an L?
Yeah, I took an L. I took an L. I took an L because I got the shiny and no L during the second hour of the first 2 minutes, of course. We were calling it unknown clock because it was literally the first 2 minutes every single hour on the hour.
I like that.
So unknown clock happened again. I got the L. Pun intended. And then my first actually shiny Quillfish. I never had one before, so I'm actually happy about this.
What?
Yeah. I was happy when I got that. Then I get a shiny Burmy, and this one's the female one, so it will move to the other one. The Trash Burmy, I think it's called, or the Sandy Burmy. It's the Sandy Burmy, right?
Yeah, that should be the Sandy.
Yeah. The catch rate on that with a Pokemon size be tiny. I don't know how the hell I even got to that point, Shiny Jinx.
Dude, it's like catching a Blissey or something.
I know, right?
That's insane.
And then I get another Woobat. I was like, okay, well, that's when I clicked on it. Actually, no. I go plus it, but I just signed on my inventory going in. So that's not more in there. I get a Mareep. We were at that point. We were trying to go through all the biomes, trying to also finish up the special research and things like that. So it was kind of nice at the time. Then my very first Snorlax, my very shiny Snorlax with a hat, was from the special research at the time.
Oh my.
So
what's its IVs?
It's 15, 13, 14. That's like,
okay.
Yeah. So I'll take
got the hat and everything.
I got the hat and everything. Yeah, this one is actually staying with me no matter what. It's like, then, of course, not too long after that, I get another one in the wild. And I was like, yes, another shiny. I got it. Now I can bring one home at least. Finally, for the first time ever, I get a Lilipep. This shiny has eluded me forever. And I don't know how the hell I got it. But I think it was also a game Gold Plus. At one point, I was Gold Plus in a lot of Pokemon because I didn't care about them. Then I get another Blitzel. Nice. Then I go plus. Cutie. I know I go plus 2 male Combis shinies. I was like, okay, well, I mean, I already got the female one, so I'm not at that point. I'm not worried about. I met up
chasing their queen, man.
I met up with a friend of ours here in Tampa. It's Edgy. He was also somebody who played around the Bradenton area before he moved. And from then on, of course, we all went together to do all the things. But then we did our lucky train, and I got another crappy Dialga, unfortunately. Then I got a Geodude. Another unknown during the unknown clock. So I was actually happy about that. Drowsy through the Dreamy area. And no A. This one, though, was actually one that I was able to catch in the park itself without the actual hour of it. So I was like, cool. Ooh. Another one there. Another one for the deck. So that's pretty cool, too. Slowpoke and Pansear were also Gold Plus. So I'm happy about those. Again, those are the ones that I really don't care much when I actually get them. I did do a couple of raids while in between, and I think at this point, we actually were leaving the park. So at 1:30 p.m. exactly at the time, we went out of the park and went into the city experience. So at 2:30, we met up with everybody from the Airbnb, and we went to actually grab some food. Not too far from there, of course. It was maybe a 20-minute walk or something, but we all just got there. So by the time we got there and started ordering our food, the city experience started. And of course, every spawn from the park was in the experience, so you could get anything back at this point. So, and we were actually between like 5 lures and 2 gyms at the time. So I was like, okay, we're ready. And of course, the best part is, unknown clock still was happening for the very first hours, every hour too. So we were like, okay, shiny chance everywhere at that point. I was doing raids in between, especially since, we were going around and everything. They got another two Dialgas, another Darkrai, a Psyduck, a Spinarak that I go plus, I believe. I also go plus as Drifloon when I was there. I get another Pansear. I did remember clicking on that. And then a Pampor, which is a brand new shiny that was released during Pokemon GoFest Seattle. So I was happy about that. I get a Numel. Oh, and funny enough, I'll get to my Hondos in a moment because there were some Hondos there too. I was also get a level 1 shiny Snorlax.
Yo.
Oh man, that was hilarious. That was amazing too.
Costume shiny level 1.
Oh, of course. I don't know if I want to trade that one. I have another one that I want to trade, but whatever. Teddy Ursa and Lapras were when we were. I was like, at that point, we were going back to the Airbnb because me and my friend were actually wanted to go see a soccer game, and so we went back to the Airbnb. But unfortunately, we went through train first, and then we actually wanted to take an Uber back to the Airbnb. But our Uber drivers were just canceling on us every time. So we were like, fuck it, we're just going to walk it. At the time of walking, I get a Teddiursa, a Lapras, a Mantine, a Doable, a Rufflet, a Chincha, Starly, and Wynut. Actually, no, the Wynut was a hatch later on in the week. But yeah, the Starly, I think, was the last one. Or only four. No, the Chincha was the last one of that day. Of the last shiny that I was able to get during that day. The Starly and Wynut. The Starly I got, I think, the day after, and the Wynut was a hatch that I got, I think, on Monday. So either way, I was hatching. And I had all the bonuses. So I had the hatch bonus, and I had the raid bonus, and everything like that. I was hatching eggs like crazy. I think I hatched over 300 eggs that weekend.
Wow.
And I almost made close to 100 kilometers. I think I did 98.6 kilometers walked through the Adventure Sigillies. But every day I was at least booking in over 20k steps every day of the weekend. Mm-hmm. So that was Saturday. Then after that, of course, we went to our soccer game. I still was trying to go plus whatever it was there. Then, of course, it's 7 o'clock hit. And we ended the soccer game around 9. And that's when we went, or at least I went. My friend went back to the Airbnb. I went to the Lura podcast pub grub or park crawl. And I was able to meet up with them. And, of course, I saw JT Baller. Everybody from the GoFest podcast. I don't think I remember seeing the bonus episode podcast because I know they were there, but I just for some reason I was talking with everybody. I did met David, which as the Pokemon turns, I'm sorry, trying to remember all of this at time. Our last podcast we had him as our guest.
Yep.
I did meet Shiny Shinx from there too while we were pug grabbing everything. It was just a wild night. We had some interesting moments there too since everybody was drinking. But yeah, it was hilarious. My friend Edgy was also there, and he was just having fun and all that. And around 12 o'clock, I believe, I think we actually just said, okay, let's go home because we're all tired. Our feet were literally destroying us after that day. Legs were not computing anymore, and we were just like, we're about to hit the hay and just not think about anything else. So yeah, that was Saturday. Sunday was a little more chill. We didn't actually have to worry about it, but we did have to leave the Airbnb early, before 10 o'clock. And then me and my friend, we actually got a hotel close by to the airport, so it wasn't too bad to get back there. We went back to the city, met up with the crew, and then just have a little extra time there. We did do one of Lord Zaps and GoCast podcast raid train through Campfire. So every day they had a little raid train, every gym, just walking around using Campfire to light up their location and know where you want to actually do raids with. So I was able to meet the GoCast kids again. DX1 was there. Just a lot of people that I'm sorry if I forget your name. Please tell me again, because I'm bad with names. I'm so bad with them. I just remember the face. I know you're there. I will remember you forever if that's the case. But yeah, so one Sunday went through. Like I said, we took it easy. Went back to the hotel, went back to the city to just eat something, met up with some of them, and then just ended the day. And then, of course, my ride back home Monday, a 13-hour flight between flights and everything. So we started our flights at 9 o'clock in the morning Seattle time, or the Pacific time. We didn't get home until like 1:30 in the morning. So it was a full day worth of just, oh my goodness, it was crazy. It was crazy. But
it's crazy how much time you have to set aside just for getting to and from the places you're going.
Yeah. Well, when we got the Airbnb way back before Seattle Center was announced as being the part of the GoFest experience, we were actually like losing time by the moment they would tell us when we're gonna do it, because we needed to get something as soon as possible at that point. But but it was fine. It was fine. Probably next time. I mean, I do want to do an Airbnb again. That would be amazing. But next time we want to make sure it's closer to where we're playing. Anyways, we don't even know if it's gonna be Seattle or not at that point. But if it is, I mean, we already know how to work things around. I actually was also able to get some pins from the Secret League. So I got my level 50 pin from the Secret League, and then
gorgeous.
And my GoFest pin right here from with Shaman on it. I'm actually happy about those. I wasn't able to actually see most of the PvP goers or the content creators for the PvP. I couldn't find Popper Choreographer. I was looking for him, but I couldn't find him.
It's okay.
I saw King walking around for a second there during our game day experience in the park, and I was like, "Hey, King, hey, how's it going?" And we were just like, the man was just like sprinting, brother, sprinting.
Oh, dude, he runs. I've seen him even in PvP places. He's like jogging across.
Yeah, the man can go. The man can go. I do.
How would you compare it with Chicago, though? Because I know you've been to both.
So
obviously,
Real quick before we actually get to that, Akorek, I will definitely get you my friend code. You can add me if you want to. The whole things that the sound alerts, they are not available on this stream. They will be available on my other streams when we go through. But I'll get you your points back if that's the case. Thank you so much, though. And thank you for the follow, too. Thank you. Anyway, so the experience between 2019's Chicago and Seattle. So during Chicago, we had a full 10-hour experience in the park. You couldn't go anywhere else because, you lose the spawns and you didn't have nothing to do. It was a lot bigger, of course. So you go from one place to the other. It was just you saw that. You've been to Chicago. You were in Chicago. So what I'm saying. So, but for people who actually weren't there, it was just one place to the other and, things like that. So, my legs were destroyed either way. I was more tired that day. I don't know how. They were doomed.
They were doomed from the start.
Right, but the whole Seattle thing is like, I like that they don't restrict you to be at the park the entire time. The park is big. It's very big, but it's not as big as Chicago's. So it wasn't that you didn't have too much to do, but the only problem was that there only was X amount of items and places to go to at a time. So just having the whole city to play was good enough for everybody. Because you just were not restricted to one play area. You were not restricted. And you had all the spawns from there. Didn't matter what it was. It was just amazing. And giving us the intermission, an hour intermission between experiences, was probably the best time that Niantic could have done for us, at least. Because we already have the type of experience. And that's added to it, I guess. So I like Seattle a little bit better for that reason, that we have more free time around the area instead of just one place specifically. But the experience itself, I mean, just meeting up different people, seeing all the YouTubers again, seeing everybody else again. Awesome Adams, I met Awesome Adams there. I was able to say hi and everything that time. I think, that was Thursday afternoon before everything went crazy. I didn't really bother them on Friday because, again, Friday was most everybody's play date and everybody was just going through the entire time at that point.
Yeah.
Yes, playing down by the piers in the ocean was super cool too. Again, just having that experience outside of just the park itself is just amazing because, again, Niantic core value is to explore, and I really felt that was the case throughout the entire GoFest experience. But yeah, that's most of my experience at that point. What else do you need to say?
Yeah, I mean, when we were in Chicago, I know, like, we had spawns, and, it was fun to go around, but I do like that they're kind of including the city as, like, a part of GoFest now, like, specifically.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm hoping they continue that, because that sounds really, really nice.
Yes. One last thing that I have to mention is the hundos that I get that day.
Oh my.
So I did get 3 hundos throughout the whole weekend. 2 of them were actually from the park experience on Saturday. So the first hundo was actually a hundo Pansage. And again, this is a regional Pokemon from a place that I'm probably never going to get anytime soon. So getting that hundo and seeing the mob of people just run into the hundo was crazy. It's like, this is a hundo, here's a hundo, hey y'all, it's like that. That was crazy. And then we get a Numel too, a hundo Numel in the park experience too. And of course, this can be shiny available, and it has a Mega Evolution. And you can hear like the amount of people screaming, Shando, Shando, Shando. Because you never know what you get. It. Actually, one of my friends who was playing for his friend, because he couldn't make it during the whole GoFest. He had 2 phones at the time. So he clicks on his main. He didn't get it. He clicks on the other guy and gets a Shando right there in front of him. I was like, yep, he is done for the day. It's like, that phone is going away after that catch. But that was hilarious. Still, pretty cool when it comes out to it. And then I hatched a Honda Bronson. I know you're jealous, Chris.
Yeah, I love Bronzer with all my heart.
Here's the funny part. I already had 2 Hondos of Bronson. One of them was a Bronzor from the GoFest experience in 2019. And then I hatched another one in Seattle here. So I was like, so is this my Pokemon to hatch as Hondo or half as Hondo for every one of parts of the world? Every time I go to
try for it now.
I got Jesus. If it doesn't spawn, I'm gonna cry. But yeah, so I got those hundos. I wish it would have been more, but unfortunately, I don't know why there wasn't that many around. I guess they just didn't spawn as much as we wanted to. We were hoping for that Snorlax, of course, but it never came through. But yeah, that's basically my haul. I haven't checked much since coming back. And I have almost a full storage, so I gotta clean up pretty soon. I'll keep all the Snorlaxes because, again, I know everybody wants that Snorlaxes there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, shiny.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was my experience, and in contrast to a lot of different things. So, and Aqua, here's my friend code if you want it. Just go ahead and add me, of course. All right, so I ran on for too long, but that was my whole GoFest experience. It was super nice to meet everybody. I think I made long-lasting friendships that weekend. I know that we're definitely going to be talking through so many people. We're going to boost up a lot of different things. And yeah, we're going to, I'm just grateful for this community, because if it wasn't for them, it wasn't for, what we do here, it doesn't feel like, it wouldn't have felt the GoFest that I felt like before. And after 3 years of not being able to go anywhere, I'm glad that I was able to meet up with a lot of amazing people throughout the entire weekend. So thank you so much for everybody who went. Thank you so much to everybody who has been, just having just an amazing time. And I know I've been seeing a lot of Twitter posts and everything where they're just having so much fun. Plus, they brought something back from there. So, but anyways, hopefully everybody stays safe, and let's continue on. So that was GoFest. One for the books, just like I love to see it. Next time, Chris, you're coming with me, okay?
I'll do what I can.
There's no what I can. You will go with me. I don't care what it is. We'll go to the next Safari Zone. How about that?
that PTO in.
Yeah, I know.
I'd rather go to GoFest than Safari Zone any day of the week, but I do want to go to a Safari Zone sooner or later.
Yeah, definitely. So again, thank you so much, and let's get on to the podcast. I know we ran it on for a good 40 minutes here, so let's go ahead and continue on. We have some interesting news to talk about, specifically some new events and new features in the game. So let's talk about the very first one, Chris.
Little birdie told me we're going to be seeing some new Pokemon.
Seek him out.
It's not Kecleon still. Oh my gosh, dude. This one kind of took us a little bit by surprise, but we did predict it.
Yeah.
All the Hisuian discoveries are coming in with this new event. It's very exciting.
Seek out all Pokemon. It is the name of the game from Legend Arceus. It's coming into Pokemon Go. Not for the very first time. We have Bolter, just like the one that I'm catching here, into the game earlier in the year. But having more Hisuian Pokemons appear is the name of the game this week, which actually starts today. As I record at this podcast from July 27 at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, August 2nd at 8 p.m. local time. We do have Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Quillfish, and Hisuian Sneasel making its Pokemon Go debuts. And I finally said that word. We did have a Ultra Unlock through GoFest. So once you actually get to that, we were able to do it. We had to do 50 million raids or something like that.
Dude, you did half of them too.
Probably. No, not really. With everybody just raiding around all the GoFest and everything, that'd be crazy, of course. But yes, so we were able to unlock the Ultra Unlock, so we able to unlock the Hisuian Discovery Raid Day, which will be on Sunday, August 31st at 11 p.m. to 2 p.m. local time. The Ultra Unlock for it will have some interesting additions to it. Of course, the bonuses is the increased chance of receiving rare extra large candy in raids, but in-person raids, 50 more experience from winning raid battles, and receive up to 5 free remote raid passes. Not remote, sorry, free raid passes by spinning the Pokestops and gyms. The Pokemon debut at the time will be Hisuian Braviary, Once again, very first time we see it in Pokemon Go, and it can be shiny.
Dude, how are they gonna release a first time Pokemon with one of the best shinies like ever? Like, some people may fight me on that, but oh my gosh, it is a gorgeous shiny.
Oh yeah, the shiny. We have. I think I have one or two from Legend Arceus, and it's still like amazing to have. Of course, I want it in Go, because it's one of those amazing black shinies anyway. So we have to have it.
The colors are amazing.
Definitely.
That, so, like little eye fire.
So Chris, I'm sending you all the invites, right?
Most likely. Wait, what day is it on?
Sunday.
Yeah.
This coming Sunday actually, but yeah. So we have that, and then we also unlock the Hisui Discovery event bonuses. So friendship levels increase faster than normal throughout opening gifts, training Pokemon, or battling together in raids, gyms, battles, or training battles. Trainers can store up to 30 gifts throughout the entire event and can send up to 150 gifts each day and open 45 gifts each day. So basically, you get a lot of stuff.
150?
I can barely even send my first 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I got 150 friends that haven't sent me a gift for the past year.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh.
That's true. Another Ultra Unlocked spawn will, of course, be the Unknown S. Will be in raids, and of course, it can be shiny. I didn't get one, but I'm not too keen of having to look for one, anyways. And then Pampor will appear globally. For us in the United States, of course, it's not technically a new spawn, but a new shiny for everybody around will be nice. Make sure you get them, guys. The wall encounters for today's adventure, or today's event, I guess. Many of them. Most of them from the Legend Arceus games. Subat, Ponyta, Onyx, Hisuian Boltor, Eevee, I know it's probably permanent in the game. Hisuian Quillfish will be in the wild. Cricketop, Whistle, many other ones. If you're lucky,
still.
Right. If you're lucky, you might encounter things like Electabuzz, Magmar, Octillery, and Gibble. 3 out of the 4 can be shiny. The raids, we have 1-star raids, Sneasel, Roselia, Shinx, and an Unknown S. 3 stars, we have Chansey, Togetic, Kirlia, Whiscash, and then 5 stars still is the Alga until the next month. The X that we're going to have, at least the 7K X, will be hatching things like Hisuian Growlithe, Hisuian Boltor, Hisuian Quillfish, and Hisuian Weasel. Neasel, right? Those are, right? 2 of them can only be hatched in the X, so you have to open 7K eggs if you have a chance of getting Hisuian Growlithe or Hisuian Sneasel at the time. None of them can be shiny, unfortunately. Field Reacher stacks will encounter things like Cyndaquil, Rowlets, Oshawott, all the Burmese, Shinx, Mantine, many Pokemons that you see again in Pokemon Legend Arceus. There will be a collection challenge that will reward you with experience, stardust, and an incubator. If you're a PvP battler, the Hisuian Cup is now active. Pokemons can only be from the Pokemon's number 387 to 493, or the Hisuian region, of course, and under below 1500. And then Avastache stickers, as always, some very cool stickers happening there. Chris, what do you think of this event so far?
Oh my gosh, am I having fun. I don't know if it's just because, new is cool, as it always is. But I do really like the spawns. As I said, I'm really looking into, trying to get a shiny Zubat because I still don't have one. But, getting the new Pokemon in the 7K eggs is something I'm definitely trying to do.
Yes.
Because I finally have incubators for once.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, not much else to say. I'm super excited for Braviary. That shiny goes hard.
Yes, that is a beautiful shiny. So I'm definitely out and about on Sunday for that anyway. So I'll give you some invites. We'll see how it goes.
I appreciate it, my boy.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now we do have more news to cover, of course, and this one is very interesting.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I was wondering when we were going to talk about it. I forgot it was this soon.
Yes. So this is a brand new feature into the game. Something that I guess Niantic has been wanting to do for a while, and it doesn't take too much time out of your time to do things. So, introducing Daily Adventure Incense is coming to Pokemon Go. It's rolling out to some players right now, and of course it will be out fully to everybody in the coming days once the testing goes over the top, I guess. But trainers, we are excited to announce that the new instance is coming to Pokemon Go. The Daily Adventure Instance. Activate the instance to begin explore and encounter Pokemon not frequently seen in the wild. Also, trainers around the world will be able to enjoy the daily instance even if they live in rural areas. So it doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what you do, you can actually activate this and you'll be able to go around and catch Pokemons. Of course, it will roll out to players over the next week. We can't wait to see what trainers will discover in your adventures. So what's happening with this new instance, this daily one? Basically, another task to do in Pokemon Go, but it's actually something very interesting if you think about it. You'll be able to receive one daily adventure instance per day and only hold one at a time. So once you use it, you can use another one into the next day. The instance will only last for 15 minutes once activated, but you can only encounter Pokemons if you're walking. You have to move. You have to go out. You have to walk through those 15 minutes. If you stay home, you will not get anything. If you try to just walk around the house, it will not work.
You do get one spawn, but only one.
Right. And that is if you catch it, but so.
Yeah, that's true.
So, again, just make sure that you activate this. You cannot activate it if other incense and other bonuses are out active, like the Melton Box or the other regular incense. So if it's only a one-time thing, daily. How do you activate it? Well, you will, first and foremost, you have to claim it through the special research. It will be a special research going on your, of course, special research. You will receive it for free, so you don't have to do much about it, but there is a quest that you have to do about something else, which don't know anything about just yet. We just know that there are some things happening in that special research, mostly because it's gated by the day. You can only use one daily instance per day, and it's up to 6 days to finish up the research technically. So
I mean, like, even if you're not going to be able to walk for that whole 15, you're still going to want to do your daily just to get out of the way.
Yeah, definitely. But we suggest just walk because the spawns are pretty interesting anyways. And then after that, of course, it will be removed from your item bag, and then into the next day, it will appear as a little blue icon instance that you can click on it, and it will tell you, will you want to use it now? Cool. If not, maybe later. Of course, if I use it, I have to walk, so you wouldn't see me for the rest of the podcast. But I will use mine later on today, of course. And then, of course, how to catch. It will be a little blue smoke, different from the regular instance, and then the Pokemons that appear will actually show that the Pokemon is specifically from that instance. So you know exactly what you're catching at the time. Once you complete the whole 15 minutes, it will give you a screen that will show you what you have caught throughout those 15 minutes and how much you walked for the 15 minutes. So it's not too bad when it comes down to it. And you can share, of course, in social media and things like that. Note, you can find shinies throughout the whole thing. So that's pretty fun too. There is some interesting things when it comes down to the instance and daily Pokeballs. So let's say you are underneath 30 Pokeballs in your inventory. If you activate the instance, you're actually going to receive 30 Pokeballs, Great Balls, or Ultra Balls, depending on what you have at the time. And then every time you want to get something, you will actually get Pokeballs if you're under a certain requirement in the daily instance. So either way, you're getting the Pokeballs you need to be able to catch the Pokemon you want, which is nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
yeah, especially if they don't have a lot of Pokestops.
True, and of course, if you're in rural areas, I'm still well overstocked up in Seattle, so it's gonna take a while before going down to that point. But yeah, so what do you think of this new instance, Chris?
Oh, easily one of the best things they've added ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody has a bad opinion of it. I mean, the only people that would are the people that are like, oh, I only got one because I was sitting at home.
Or walking at home.
It's a great way.
Yeah.
Yeah, walking back and forth in the kitchen. I think it's a great way, to get people out and about, just for 15 minutes. I had to walk home today, from literally like 10 minutes away. And it was the perfect thing, to just, get some fun catches on the way home.
Yeah.
And I know there's some exciting things you can get from it, too.
So one thing that we alluded at about this new feature is that something new has come out of it that nobody was expecting until they actually rolled out. First and foremost, you get rarer spawns than usual. I actually encountered like Altaria and a lot of evolution Pokemons. There are, I think, reports of looking that you get Esper and Rockruff from that special instance too. So, however, you can only encounter Pokemons you already have caught. So it's something that, in the end of the day, you have to have already in your Pokedex or your entry to be able to actually have it spawn on the daily instance. However, though, and I know you're making that face for a reason, there is there is 3 brand new Pokemons. They are exclusively to this new feature. And those are the Galarian legendary birds. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres can spawn from your daily instance, daily adventure instance. And, of course, you can catch them at their rate. Now, if you encounter one, good luck. The catch rate this...
It's like 90%. Oh my god.
The catch rate for this Pokemon is way lower than any legendary you will ever encounter. And the fleet rate... Thank you for Samtaro. The fleet rate is literally as high as it can ever be. So you get one chance, at best, if you're not lucky enough, one chance to try to encounter these legendary birds for the very first time. There are some that have caught them.
Crit catch.
You gotta, yeah, I know, right? There are some of them that were able to encounter. It doesn't look like they're region locked. As far as I know, you can encounter any single one of them, any single one of 3. But again, good luck trying to catch them, because that's not going to be an easy thing at all. If you're lucky enough, you may get another chance to draw a ball at it. But you gotta literally be as quickly as possible. However, you can also encounter them at the lowest CP level, the high CP level, weather boosted. The IB is gonna be a random as any other regular spawn out there. So again, if you're lucky, let us know. Good luck out there. I do believe that this is actually an homage to Sword and Shield. When the Galarian birds first came out in the game, in the main series game, the only way to encounter them is to actually try to catch them. So you gotta run for them. So you gotta actually literally run for each one of the legendaries. And it actually makes sense when they do it that way. But again, the catch rate is so ridiculous hard. So you just even getting one spawn to you, it is amazing. I already opened 2 in the daily instances, and I still haven't gotten one. I'm gonna open one today after the podcast, of course. But I have not encountered one yet. Yeah, I haven't encountered one yet. But it's still a pretty cool feature and a good way to incentivize go out and play, because you want to get those spawns.
I've seen 2 people have them run on them so far.
Yeah. I think Couple of Gaming had his runaway. JT Gilly. Oh my god. I don't know if you haven't seen the video. JT Gilly got 2 Galarian Articunos in the same instance, back to back, and both of them run away.
No. Oh my.
So I was like, oh my god. So you can actually encounter more than one per instance, and that's actually crazy. Just
exciting, at least.
It is, but knowing that you may fail each one of them is crazy, So.
I will say, it has been shown, at least I've seen a screenshot. Somebody used it during Metatite hour, and it did attract more Metatite from the adventure incense too.
Oh, okay.
So if you are interested in that, you can do that.
So yes,
like if you want more spawns like that.
Yes, it is affected by the events, and also affected by like the special spotlight hours. So if you actually use them, you are encountering more of that instead of the rare Pokemons out there. So plan accordingly. If you want to know more of the spawns or less of the spawns, I mean, you have the whole hour for spotlight hour, but you have 15 minutes through that. So again, whatever it's worth to you, it's better whenever you want to catch those kind of things. And again, it may affect the spawns of the legendary birds if you don't know what you're doing. So keep in mind at least which one you're trying to use. But again, super cool feature, good way to roll it out, and good incentivize it to actually go out and walk. I think I'm gonna be doing my 15-minute walk every single day from now on.
Oh yeah, I got it planned into my schedule.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta go to work now. I gotta walk 15 minutes first. Hold on.
Yes.
Lunch break. Let's go. But I like it. Thank you, Niantic. This is actually a really good plus new feature for you guys. So I'm glad that
5 out of 5.
A 5 out of 5, a 10 out of 10. It is what it is. But yeah, and let's get to the next month's dump of news. Came out finally. But yeah, we were waiting, of course, for this to come out, so we have more information. So we have our August content of what's going on and what's going to happen through the rest of the month. The final month of the summer, the final month of the season of Go is here. It will be here by the time this podcast probably gets released anyways. But yeah, Chris, what do we got? What is the content for August?
Well. We had Pokemon GoFest, but we still have some more.
Yes.
We got Pokemon GoFest Sapporo in Japan, August 7th. And then there's going to be a Pokemon GoFest finale coming soon, and it's going to be taking place on August 27th. Okay? I got to mark my calendar for that one.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I don't think we've talked about this yet.
We haven't.
The August Community Day on Saturday, August 13th is going to be Galarian Zigzagoon. If you have not gotten this shiny yet, you are super excited. I'm still excited for it. It's a beautiful shiny.
Yes, so Galarian Zigzagoon is our August Community Day Pokemon, which is kind of fun. If we actually go into the blog post for Zigzagoon, of course, Galarian Zigzagoon will appear in the wild. You can evolve it to Obstagoon and obtain the new attack move Obstruct, which is very interesting in the game. It's a charge attack, so that's good. Of course, you still have your field notes, your special research. The event bonuses, of course, 3 times Catch Stardust, 2 times Candy for catching Pokemons. Instance and lure modules activated will last for 3 hours. 2 times catch or chance of getting extra large candy for catching any of the Pokemons. Additional special trade. Trace is 50 less Stardust. There was a bonus for group, once again, just like same as Dinos, and which was if you catch enough Zigzagoon throughout the lure, Linoon will be appearing, or Galarian Linoon will be appearing in the wild. However, I'm happy to confirm that this changed recently through our social medias, of course. Instead of having Linoon spawn, we will actually activate 4 times catch bonus Stardust for the duration of the event if you catch enough Pokemon in load module. So Linoon is out and the Stardust is in, which thank you Niantic for actually listening to the community. Where it's nice to see Linoons, but we don't want to see them. We want to catch more Zigzagoons. Let us catch Zigzagoons.
Shiny chance over extra large candy and Stardust.
Yes, at least for most of us.
I feel like it excites more people.
Definitely. However, though, that we do have again our raid battle bonus on Community Day from 2 to 7, which of course Linoons will appear in 4-star X, and you can beat them. Once you beat them, you'll have more Zigzagoon spawns in the wild throughout the duration of the event. And of course, you can add remote to them. Galarian Zigzagoon's shiny chance will be the same as, of course, the Community Day hours. And then time research, we know about the time research, or actually no, the time research will of course be from 11 to 7. And if you complete it, you get the Obstagoon hat, the Obstagoon glasses, the gloves, the pose. And then later on, they will be purchasable in the event and in the shop, but you want to have them all for free. So it's kind of easy. And then, of course, the stickers. Kind of love the stickers. But yeah, that's Community Day. Any thoughts on this, Chris?
I think it's a fantastic choice. I am glad it is another 4 times weakness Pokemon if you have to do the 4-star raids.
Right.
Which I might, just, to get some extra shiny chances after work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think it's a bad Pokemon. I just know people won't be, super, super excited for it since it is a shiny that's been out for a while.
It's still a rare one. You can only get it through the raids or through eggs anyways, so it's still a rare Pokemon to find out anyways.
That's true.
So I'm glad about it. But yeah, that's Community Day. And then we go over to the next events that are happening in August. What do we got, Chris?
Just doing a little navigating. Okay. Ooh, Bug Out. Creepy or crawly. Cute and cuddly. Don't ask Misty. Decide for yourself with this event featuring Bug-type Pokemon. And it's going to be on Wednesday, August 10th, 2022, to Tuesday, August 16th, 2022. I do like Bug-type Pokemon, so that should be fun.
Interesting.
2022 World Championships event. The 2022 Pokemon World Champions will feature Pokemon Go for the very first time, and we're holding an in-game celebration from Thursday, August 18th to Tuesday, August 23rd. Keep an eye out for more details. Yeah, super excited that we're seeing more competitive eyes on Pokemon Go.
Yes. There is something that I think they forgot about. The Pokemon Go internationals was happening actually back in 2019. So technically, it's not the first time that it's featured in the Worlds, but it is the first time that we have them technically after like all these months of battling and everything throughout, the internationals and the regionals and things like that. So it's still fun, but again, it's just news of what we're going to be getting. We don't know what it is yet until those days come. Don't forget that there are multiple GoFest celebrations. Again, the Sapporo one is still happening in the coming weeks. And then trainers all over the world will have the chance to earn Ultra Unlock bonuses. So hopefully, whatever other event, I think it's the Bug Out event, that will have the Ultra bonuses happening through it. But we still don't know what even the Bug Out event is. But we know it's going to be all bug types, at least much of it. We also have a new anti-cheat measures. So we have a new enforce to our players' guidelines and terms of services coming to all Niantic games, including Pokemon Go, and we'll learn more if we actually click on it. I may have a little more information about it. I'll leave it on the description so you guys want to read the anti-cheat measures about it. So, all right, raids. What do we got for raids this month, Chris?
I know this is something you really like. Well, okay. So after Dialga, starting Sunday, July 31st to Wednesday, August 10th, Palkia with its shiny chance is going to be back. And then Wednesday, August 10th until Thursday, August 18th, we're going to have Genesect with question mark typing, and it will not be shiny. And then Thursday, August 18th, to Wednesday, August 31st, we're going to have Zacian and Zamazenta, and those can't be shiny either. I will specify really quick, Genesect doesn't change typing, it's just his movesets change typing.
Right.
So,
and I also want to specify real quick that Zacian is a Master League meta. So you do want to get your good Zacian if you haven't got one yet.
Meta any game, man.
Right?
That thing's evil.
Oh my goodness. And I remember the first time it came out, we're like, nah, he's not going to be that good. His crown form is going to be better and things like that.
Ooh, a doggo. Ooh.
Now look at us now. We're trying to actually go through it. Prism, how you doing? We have Mega Raids also. We have Mega Bombasno, which is one of the best Mega Ice attackers out there. From July 31st to August 10. From August 10 to the 18, we'll have a Mystery Mega. What mysteries are coming? Then on Thursday, August 18 to Thursday, August 5th, we have Mega Slowbro. And then August 25th to the 31st, we'll have Mega Ampharos, which I do need some Mega Energy for that because I don't have a lot. But the mystery one, what do you think? It's happening during the bug up event, though.
Oh my gosh. I feel you got the answer right. It's not Beedrill.
No, why would it be Beedrill if they want a mystery? Beedrill's already out as a mega.
Oh my gosh, it's Pinsir. Pinsir or Heracross.
I am going to guess, because of the data mining, that it's going to be actually Scissor.
That is a bug too. Why are there so many?
Dude, if it's Mega Scissor, I'm going ham for those Megas because I want the shiny and I want the Hundo. I definitely.
Scissor is so much better than the other two.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, just typing wise.
Forget about that one. Yeah, yeah.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, it's not gonna be Heracross though.
It's gonna be fun, but we'll have I think until next week when we have any more information about that. I think we have 1 week of natural spawns before we go into any event, anyways. But yeah, those are the mega raids. We have raid hour happening each Wednesday, and it's 5 of them this time. Palkia, the very first one on August 3rd. Genesect will be on the 10th and the 17th, and then Station will be on the 24th, and Samacenta will be on the 31st. None of them can be shiny. Oh, actually,
we didn't need 2 for Genesect. No. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, just give us something better than just not a non-shiny Genesect, and everybody will be happy. I don't know why they're getting their shiny form. Palkia is the only one that can be shiny, so good luck with that, I guess. And what is our research breakthrough box, Chris?
Well. Ooh, okay. I actually didn't know about this. The August research breakthrough encounters starting Monday, August 1st at 1 p.m. PDT. That means do not open it at 12 a.m. if you want this Pokemon. It's going to be Galarian Stunfisk. And it does have a shiny chance. And it's going to be going all the way until August 31st, which is a Wednesday at 1 p.m. PDT, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shiny I still need. It's a very interesting Pokemon. So, you know, I'm not against it.
No, definitely not. I mean, it's a good one when you think about it. Stunfisk. I did catch a lot of them. I think I'm a shiny already. And a Honda.
A perfect is good for Ultra League. So I got no qualms.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I already got mine, so. I know, right? But yeah, so Galarian Stunfisk being a research breakthrough box. Again, not the worst, but not the best either, when we comes down to it.
Yeah, nah.
What about our spotlight hours, Chris?
Well, okay. Not bad. August 2nd, we have Hisuian, sorry, Voltorb, 2x Stardust for catching Pokemon. Love that.
Yes.
August 9th, we got Nidoran Female, 2x XP for catching Pokemon. Okay. August 16th, Joltik, 2x Candy for catching Pokemon. That's going to be good for PvP.
Yeah.
August 23rd, Nidoran Male, 2x Candy for transferring Pokemon. I always recommend to have all the Pokemon pre-selected, so when the timer switches over, you can just delete them all and not have to worry about it. And I never do it. August 30th, Pidove, 2x XP for evolving Pokemon. And, you know, 3 out of 5 of those have a shiny chance. It's just Voltorb and Joltik getting left out. You know?
Yeah.
I got no qualms. They're pretty decent for sure.
All right. So that's the spotlight hours for the month of August. Again, luckily, I think August we got like 5 weeks. So that's pretty nice for a lot of the players out there. Although it may feel different in a lot of different ways. Anyways, there's also language selection is will be rolling out this month. So previously, whenever you play Pokemon Go, you can only play it on your current phone settings to your own language. So if you do it in the United States, you get English, Spanish for any other places, you know, things like that. However, though, looks like Niantic has finally given us the choice of actually changing the language in Pokemon Go by ourselves. So if you want to play, let's say, in Japanese, don't play in Japanese, but play in Japanese, I guess. You can change the language to yourself. It says right here, the phone language will be able to settings, English, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, Thai, Turkish, and traditional Chinese. And you can open up the game and select your game. You can change it at any time, but just be careful how to change it because you can't change it back unless you don't know what you're talking about. But it's just a cool feature because, there's a lot of people who want to play in their native language, but they don't get the chance to because they're in someplace else. So this is actually a very good introduction to its quality of life update, I guess you should say.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they're doing this and helping out the community that way. But yeah, good luck to everybody out there. So, month of August, we have a lot to think about, but what do you think so far, Chris?
Not the most exciting month for sure, but I think it's definitely got plenty to keep me busy. Let me put it that way.
Yes, definitely. There will be a lot to know about, and once we actually have a little more news about those events, especially the Bag Up event, and there is one thing that I want, Niantic, and you better release it, because I am gonna rage if you don't. Just give me Volcarona.
So good.
Just give me Volcarona.
Oh my! I forgot about that. We called that thing so many months ago, and it never came.
Give me Volcarona.
At least not yet.
Give me Volcarona. I don't care about if you get a shiny. No, just give me the damn bug already. That's gonna be fun. We're probably gonna have some special, or not special research, but some either time research or field research to encounter things like Shedinja or things like that. That would be fun. If they give us shiny of those too, that would be great.
Oh yeah.
999 candies to evolve. Yes, I don't care. I'll grind the hell out of it. Hold on. I already got 854 rare candy ready to go. So if it is 999, I'm ready for it. Okay, so that would be hilarious. But yeah, Niantic, please just do it. Just do it. I believe in you. So let's get into some PvP. Get good, get red. Here we go, Chris. Ooh, ha. I haven't done anything. GBL has just turned over to the Master League in the Hisuian Cup. Have you done anything, Dan?
I haven't done much PvP in GBL since I started my new job.
I figure.
To be honest. The Hisuian Cup definitely interests me, though. I did look up the meta, and it doesn't surprise me to see that it is led by Lucario because of its very... strong typing.
Yay.
Of, fighting steel.
Yep.
I don't see any specifically Hisuian Pokemon until Sneasler, which comes in at 4 with Shadow Claw, Close Combat, and X Scissor, which are very interesting typings.
Interesting.
But yeah, if you guys want to check out the meta, I highly recommend looking at pvpoke.com. Great website. Great guy.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely check it out if you want to see everything. The Hisuian Pokemon are very strong for PvP, so I'm surprised not to see more up there. You do see Electrode as number 9. But yeah, catch the ones you can get. Even if you're not into PvP, I think they're very unique, obviously, because they might be good for raids one day,
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, if you get enough Dialgas, you don't really need anything else, though.
Bro, I am like over 800 extra large candy for Dialga and I still don't got the Honda.
Oh my.
I've been going.
Yeah, who's getting the Honda first, me or you?
You. Most likely.
Nah.
I mean, I got Palkia.
We got a lucky trade it.
I know, right? I got Palkia. I never got the Dialga, though. I don't know why. That man does not want to shine. Or, I'm sorry, doesn't want to be Honda for me.
You know when you'll get the Honda? When he gets his original, his origin form.
That's
when you'll get the Honda.
Yeah, but I need one now already. Come on. Dialga, be a friend, please. Anyways, but yeah, that's the GBL, at least when it comes down to it. Now, I think Factions actually just ended, right? So you don't have any updates on that?
On what, sorry?
Factions.
No, we're on break for, I think, at least 5 weeks. But I'll let you know when we get back into that. But
all right.
Yeah, right now we're on a little bit of a break.
Okay, that makes sense. So we'll talk about it when we get there. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to covering any types of news or anything. I did want to actually do something cool. Just today, I get my Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box So I got a few goodies here. But I wanted to actually do something for the podcast itself. I know I haven't really done it. I only open every now and then. So I'm going to pick a random card. A random pack. And just open it for you guys. I got two for some reason, but no, we'll just do one. If not, this podcast is going to be another hour-long thing. I like the packs as always. But the ETB box is actually pretty cool. So we'll do that. Here we go.
Good luck.
It's the Pokemon Go set, of course. Here's the code card if you guys want to use it. I'll give it another 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There you go. All right. Do we get the greatest card ever printed, or we're just going to get lucky nothing? We'll see how it goes. All right. So we got the Fire Energy, Lure Module, Charmeleon, Pupitar, Bulbasaur. You got Tranquil, Eradicate, Numel, Eevee, and Reverse Hollow Spark, and a Gyarados Hollow. Mark.
Dude, I can hear you like in real time.
Yeah.
But obviously the stream is like a second behind.
Yeah.
So I'm like on the edge of my seat.
It's like I can hear him scream in a second.
Where's it coming?
Just because that packs was due, we're gonna do one more just to end the stream there. Oh god, I love this thing, but it is what it is. Also, code card for anybody who wants it. Another 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Metal Energy is the first one. Lore Module again. Ariados. Egg Incubator. I got Larvitar holding his berry. Tranquil again. Eradicate. Numel. Eevee, a Bulbasaur Reverse Hollow, and a Pikachu Hollow. Okay. Alright, I'll open the other packs, and if you see anything else, you'll see me know. No, I won't open it right now, of course. But yeah, so that's the TCG set. Again, if you guys want to, go ahead and get them. I got that nice little Pokemon Go Elite Trainer box one here, so it's actually kind of nice.
I think it's one of the best looking Pokemon Center exclusive ETBs.
It's actually looking pretty clean too.
Very unique.
Maybe I'll buy another one for a seal collection, but still pretty good. Anyhow, that's it for all the information we have for our podcast today and everything for our experiences. We do have a topic question of the week, and this week we have, what was your favorite memory from GoFest Seattle? Please let us know on our Twitter, of course, the Purified Podcast. Send us pictures, anything, if you want to actually know anything about it. But do you have anything else, Chris, to cover?
I will say, don't feel like you had to go to send us a message on that.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to say what you got during GoFest, because, we did get a few of the spawns locally.
Yeah.
So, you can show us those too.
Yes, definitely. With that being said, of course, thank you so much for everybody listening to the podcast or coming to the stream today. Just like we mentioned before, our streaming schedule will be a little bit wonky, but if you guys want to know when we go live, usually we are, all the information will be on our Twitters. Purified Podcast, Pure Let Go, or Pokemon Trigger, please. You can join us or listen to us anywhere in the podcast services feeds, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, any other place you want. You can join our Discord. It's usually on the description. And if you want to email us anything to the purifiedpodcast@gmail.com, you are more than welcome to. We definitely want to listen and talk to you more about things. But yeah, with that being said, don't forget to also check us out at purifiedpodcast.com, the Professor Network. With that, Chris, take us away. The night is young.
All right. I feel like it's been a while since I've talked to you, but I'm very glad we got to catch up.
Always.
And I got to hear all about your awesome time in GoFest.
Thank you.
No, I'm really happy you were able to go. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'll definitely try to go with you next time.
Oh yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, I hope. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so jelly. all those Snorlax. I hope everybody else had a super fun Pokemon Go Fest experience, even if you weren't able to go like me. Hope you were able to get all the shinies, all the Hondos that you wanted. I hope you guys are very excited for all the spawns coming soon. I hope you guys are able to actually catch the Galarian legendary birds from your adventure incense. And if they run from you, try not to cry. I hope to see you guys next week. See you guys next time. Peace out.
Keep purifying then, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.